Good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, July 8th today. We are headed down to the mow machine. Lady and Bill cut some more hay down the lower farm. Our upper farm is all done, what I call the upper farm. That's where the best quality hay is. Of course, that's where all the manure gets, most of it gets put because it's closer. But we're headed down below. I got one field done yesterday from down below, and there's still quite a few acres to go. I've hoped to be a lot farther along than I am with my haying, but we've had a lot of baler problems this year. I've got two balers, two old balers, a New Holland and a Heston, and they both been giving me terrible troubles. I think finally yesterday we got the problems fixed on the Heston, and really that's the only one I'll use from here on in if that works. As I was telling Dennis yesterday, he's the guy that's been helping me on this baler. I think I would be less tired putting in 1,000 bales and putting in the barn than I would be working on this equipment in this 90-degree heat. I guess if I was a good mechanic, it wouldn't bother me so bad, but I'm just not. I don't like to do it. So it's a great relief when he pulls in to help. So we got it fixed anyways. I'm glad for that. The weather for us has been very hot, way hotter than normally for up here in the North Country. I would say very seldom see 90 degrees, and we've seen quite a few days of it, and we've got today, I think it's supposed to be 88, 89 degrees, but then Thursday and Friday it's 95, which is almost unheard of for up here. So when you're using horses, it's going to make it hard. Even if you're not using horses, it's hard. But this is the field we did yesterday. I had it all raked by 12 o'clock noon, and I was going to start baling right after lunch, and I did, and right off I had troubles. So I actually called my neighbor Owen to see if his baler was going to be available for late afternoon if I had troubles, just for a backup to get it round baled. But we did get it fixed. We got it all square baled up. So I'm hoping even in this video to show you, people have asked how we put it in the barn, so I think I might show you in this video how we do that. As I was leaving the house this morning, last words out of my wife's mouths were, don't cut too much hay. I gotta be careful with my hired help, not to overdo it. So I'll probably just cut for 2, maybe 3 hours. That will probably be plenty. I have 3 wagons, and we can easily handle 3 wagons a day. Beyond that, it does tend to be pretty good work. Although if nothing breaks down and if the weather's not too hot, we can do a lot more. So this is the field out here. There's my Amish neighbors over here. They've made quite a nice place here. I see he's got a whole bunch of pumpkins that he's got planted down below. So now we'll just drop our cutter bar and go to work. As dry as it's been, I'm amazed and pleased how green all the grass looks. We have a lot of reed canary grass in these fields scattered about, which go really tall. I'll show you some of those. But overall, for this late in the year still, I think it looks good. I cut what I wanted in that piece, and then I moved on to the next piece. Okay, I am back, and it is the same day, July 8th. Of course, my wife told me don't cut more than 2 hours, or not too much, and I said I'd try to do a couple hours worth. And as I got done cutting in the other field, which is up there, you can't hardly see it, maybe right up top you can see where I've been cutting. I went around that piece 6 times, which is actually quite a lot because it's a big way around. That field is actually the neighbors. We just rent that from them. This field right here is a 12 acre field, 12 acre piece of property that we own right here. This is the clover field that I seeded down last year. I told you about in an earlier video. This now is way over mature. You know, it's already, flowers are already gone, and it definitely should have been cut weeks ago. It's thick, it's nice, or it was. A lot of quackgrass in here. This, if I can get it. This is quackgrass. This Timothy coming through also. But anyways, it should have been cut a long time ago. But I do not like to jump around that much. And I wanted to do the upper farm first before I came to lower farm. I knew this would probably happen. But like I said before, I just have beef cows. So with the beef cows, this will be still very good feed. But since it is so hot the next couple days, I decided to jump over here and cut some more. There's a nice breeze. The horses are in great shape and they can handle this weather. But it gets a lot hotter the next 2 days. And I decided I'm just gonna cut this and hire my neighbor to round bale it. That way I don't have to put it in the barn and during this heat. And I really don't want it in the barn because I want it separate from my grass hay, which is what I usually sell for horse hay to people. And so I can separate it easier. So that's what I'm gonna do. We'll mow this. I went back up to the farm and gave the horses a drink of water and got a drink of water and a while ago before I started here. And now I'm back and I'll go for another hour and a half and call it quits. If I'm not done, or even if I am done with this field, I will probably come down this afternoon with the blacks and finish this field if need be, and then go cut another, I don't know, 6 or 8 more times around that field there, just so we have plenty of work to do, you know. Got to keep us all busy. So I want to show you here, it's been just about an hour's worth of mowing here that we came back after our break from. And a lot of people say that horses can't take the heat. Well, if they're in shape, they can take a lot more heat than you realize. This is about, I don't know, 85 degrees right now. There is a nice breeze, which does make it better, there's no doubt about it. But their breathing is basically not there. Lady's not breathing at all. Bill's breathing a little bit faster. He's more the nervous one, but still nothing to even be the least bit concerned about. If it weren't for this video taken, I wouldn't be stopping at all. But because they can handle it. But if they need to rest, of course, I will stop. But more than likely, if they need to rest, they go into the barn because I'll get a different team because I don't have time to rest horses. So when you have 2 teams, you can just swap back and forth. Keep them fresh, keep them moving. So that's what I like to do. Okay, it's almost lunchtime. I'm gonna quit. Don't want to be late. It's lunch. That wouldn't be good. I am almost done. I was thinking about finishing it, but I said forget it. Come down after lunch with the blacks and finish it. I'm so pleased. I was expecting to have some plug ups with this thick clover and never stopped once. Never had a single issue anywhere, and so that's great. So let's put the bar up and go have some lunch. Okay, here we are after lunch. Time to mow, finish up with the blacks. And my plan is to finish this strip with them. I'll probably run them home at that time and grab the tedder and ted all the hay that I got. I'll use the tractor this time to ted with, being so far from home, and because of the heat, the horses are getting plenty of work. So I will head and then I'll come back down later, I hope, and mow some more in the other field with these two. So let's talk about my question. Can horses work in 90-degree heat? Well, my answer is yes and no. If you take horses out of the pasture and expect them to work in 90-day heat, you're going to get into some troubles. That just will not work. But if you have horses that have been worked all along and in great shape, it's amazing how much they can handle this heat. I'm so thankful we don't live down south where they have this heat all the time. And I guess down there they use a lot of mules. But around here, when it gets hot like this, if you use common sense and have horses that are in great shape, they can do an awful lot of work. Whenever I can, I try to get out to get an early start in the morning and sometimes even the evenings work. But a lot of times for haying, you've got to be working at it right in the middle of the day when it's the hottest. But with two teams, it does make it nice because I can swap them back and forth. We've had people ask how we put our hay in the barn, so let's go back to a little while ago when we were unloading some hay, and I'll show you how we do it. My lovely wife is unloading hay. She actually unloads a lot of the hay that we have and does a great job. This particular load was a load that I baled up when my baler was giving me trouble, so there's a lot of broken bales on it, but she kept at it and did good.
That's it. That was one of the most frustrating loads of hay I've unloaded because of all the loose bales. And probably 20 years ago I would have been really upset, but I guess time mellows you, and now I look at it as a good way to get some movement in my life, and I actually enjoy putting hay on the elevator. This load was like really hard because I couldn't see where the bales were, and it was very frustrating. And maybe I can get an ice cream cone out of this. Who knows? Have a good day.
So here I am up in the hay barn stacking hay. As you can see, our elevator will bring the hay over and dump it down. We can move that dumper to wherever we want in the barn. This particular load of hay that we're unloading is not the same one that Brenda just showed you unloading. This one had good bales on it. It was actually the clover hay that we had baled earlier. As I'm unloading, I have to be very careful not to get hit. A few days ago I got hit right in the back of my head when my bale came down, and that was not a nice feeling. So I have to be very careful there. Whenever I can, I try to get a bale situated so that the bales as they come down will hit that bale and roll to me. And that just saves me a lot of work. And I'm usually in the barn all alone, so whenever I can have that extra help, I take advantage of it. Fun.
Yes, it was.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day.